entire live at 5:55 on time and realized I never hit start streaming. We're all human, right? Today, aside from it being Power Tool Friday, I want to talk to you about aligning energy. How aligned is your energy? How much time do you take, or do you take any time at all before you step into doing something to really align the energy of what that's going to look like and what it's going to feel like when it shows up for you? Abraham Hicks, I don't exact word for word, but she says if you don't take time to align the energy before you step into doing something, no amount of effort will create the outcome you're looking for. But if you take time to line up that energy, to get into the feeling tone of what it's going to look like when it shows up for you in your life, then small amounts of effort will produce huge outcomes in your life. And I got an example of this is today I was driving, I can't believe I just said all this, but today I was driving to my doctor, and my doctor's 2 hours away, and I go every 3 months for a checkup, and I get some stuff that guys my age, get checked and such. I'll leave it at that. And on the way there, I was talking to somebody and I said, man, this is so tough driving 2 hours and then having an hour appointment and then driving 2 hours back. And, when I don't have any stops to make along the way to, business calls and such. And so I said, you know what? I just thought, and I thought, I'm not going to, instead of complaining about this, and I just said to the person, something's going to happen today and it's going to make these doctor office visits easy for me. And that's all I said. And then I drove the rest of the way and I got to the doctor and I sat with the doctor and met with him and we talked about what we had talked about. And then I had to give blood because they were doing, the testing and such. And while I was sitting there, he happened to come back around the corner and he goes, so what else is going on with you? And I go, oh, nothing. I told him about the hang gliding and things like that. And I said, these appointments are so hard it takes so much for me to get here. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, I drive 2 hours to get here, and then I'm here for an hour, and then I drive 2 hours back. And he goes, really? And I go, yeah. He goes, well, let's just start setting you up on telephone appointments. I go, what do you mean? He goes, we can do your doctor appointment over the phone, and I can find a lab over by you that you can go to for your blood testing and such. How easy is that? Now I can go 3 miles away and get my blood tested, and I can get on the phone once every 3 months and talk to the doctor. I set the time. I set the energy. I aligned that energy before I got there when I spoke that, and I just took a moment and thought about that. So that was, and then later in the day, I've had power out for 2 days. It's back on now, but I've had power outage for 2 days. So on the way home from the doctor, I said, I'm going to stop and pick up my compressor, bring it back here, fill it up with gas. And I did. I went and got the compressor, filled up with gas. But as I'm doing this, I thought to myself, as soon as I hook this all up and everything, within a very short period of time, the power is going to come back on. So I got the compressor. I went and got gas in it. I brought it back here, set it up. It's heavy, so picked it up, got it out of the truck, set it up, ran the cords to the fridge, and ran another one so we have for coffee, stuff like that, and lights and stuff. And within 10 minutes, boom, the power came back on. I just started laughing. Maybe I didn't even have to set the compressor up, but setting up that, getting into that, into putting effort into seeing that coming true, getting that vision for that, getting that insight and looking at how I want it to be, but also the feeling tone. What does it look like and what's it feel like? It works all the time. And so today, let's get into our power tool here. Power Tool Friday. I love doing that. For Power Tool Friday, here's what it is. Pick something you're going to do this weekend. Before you step into doing it, take a minute or two and line up that energy. And what I mean by that is take a minute and look at what is that going to look like when it shows up? What's it going to look like? But also, how are you going to feel when that shows up? Whatever it is that you choose. Maybe it's something like I had with the compressor or a doctor, or maybe it's a date, or maybe it's with your guy or your girl, or maybe it's doing something with the kids, or whatever it is. Just take a moment and line up that energy. See it showing up how you want it to show up. This is a big, big difference because so many people, they know what they want. They set out with their plan, their best intentions, and they go and set it out about doing it. But they're coming from a mindset of lack. They're coming from a mindset of limitation. They're coming from a mindset of having to overcome the hurdles along the way. And what the power tool for today is, stop all of that. And just for a couple moments, get into that energy of what you want it to look like. Forget all the hows. Forget all the other stuff. What do you want it to look like? This tool here, it's not philosophy. It's physics at work. When you align that energy, that's what you have to bring forth. When we live in doubt and the hurdles and the paradigms and patterns and conditioning, that's what we continue to live over and over every day. So the power tool for today is pick one thing you're going to do and then align that energy. Get into that place of what does it look like and that feeling place of what's it feel like. And then from there, just go forward into it. Watch and see what shows up for you. The other thing I want to bring up with you today is, man, we are getting so many people registered for the Abundance Mindset Masterclass that starts Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. through Thursday, November 5th. And it's 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern time each of the days. And I'll tell you, we're just gonna really dive right in with getting into that abundant mindset thinking. We're gonna go through dynamic visioning and opening up potentials and possibilities for your life that you may have never even thought of. We're going to look at those patterns, paradigms, and conditioning that hold us back and limit our life and how we can start shifting those. And then on November 5th, you're going to get powerful tools that you can walk away that will literally help you change your life. Now, if you've attended my master classes before, you know how power-packed they are, how much I bring forth to give away in those master classes. And if you haven't attended one yet, man, are you in for a treat. But either way, let me ask you a question. Do you know what you're going to miss out on by not attending it? Do you know for a fact that it may not have a nugget or a piece in there that is exactly what you've needed to bring everything together for what you want to achieve in your life? The masterclass is free. By registering, you get a free download of the workbook that was specifically designed to go along with the workshop to help you get even more out of the masterclass. And by registering, you also get access to the replays. So if life happens and something comes up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday next week, and you're not able to make it right there, you won't miss out. Without registering, you will, but with registering, you won't miss out. You'll still get access to that replay. And I do the registering for that. It's the only way that we can get that replay out to you. So if you haven't registered yet, grab your spot tonight. This is a good lesson in procrastination right here, is don't wait. A lot of times we'll see something like this and we'll go, oh, I'll grab that tomorrow. And how many of those things do you ever really do? So if this sparks with you, just click on that link. It takes 2 minutes, fill out some information, hit submit, and you're in. Your spot is reserved for you. You'll get an email that has an instant copy download of your workbook, and then you'll get access into the group where it'll be hosted as well. So register, get yourself on there, reserve your seat for next week. You're not going to want to miss this. And then just, again, the power tool for the week is take one thing over this weekend and align that energy within yourself before you step into it. I think you'll be amazed. It definitely has the potential to amaze you. So have an awesome weekend.